Okay, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to all. So basically we are going to cover another chapter, okay, which is chapter 6, the continuity of chapter 5 on structuring service enterprise. So as for today's class, okay, we are going to look into few learning objective. Okay, the first one is the explaining the difference between competitive clustering and also saturation marketing, and then the impact of internet of location decision. Okay, and then looking at how a geographic information system helps, okay, in determining the service location decision, okay, and also locating multiple facilities using the set covering model. So strategic location consideration, okay, this is one of the important criteria that most of the organization has to look into before setting up any service organization. So the first one is flexibility. Okay, this is the degree, okay, where it helps the service organization to understand, okay, how they can react very fast to the changes related to the economic situation. So when it comes to this flexibility, means that the service organization has to be ready and able to adapt to any changes related to the external environment. And then we have also competitive positioning. So competitive positioning, okay, this is more to looking at methods how the service organization or firm, okay, establish itself relative to its competitors. Okay, how makes them uh, different with their competitors. So how you want to position yourself, position the organization itself in relation to the needs of the customer and also to the demands coming from the business environment. The demand management, looking at the ability to control the quantity, quality, and also timing of demand. So you need to ensure you have sufficient service quantity, means that maybe, for example, in hotel, okay, you need to have a certain number of room ready if let's say during school holiday, and then ensuring the quality of the room itself and the timing, the season of demand that coming from the customer. And then focus, okay, develop by offering the same narrowly defined service at many locations. So you can have the same service, okay, but you are offering in different location. So now we look at the some of the example given in terms of the strategic consideration. So the first one, you have competitive clustering. So in competitive clustering, okay, this is basically your competition among competitors. So you can see that, for example, like nowadays, customer like to make comparison, and then they would like to go to a place that really convenient to them for them to access, and so many other factors. So for example, if let's say they want to buy a car with a specific range of price, and then the design, and then the model of the car, okay, they can go to the auto dealers, okay. And then maybe if let's say you want to just for example in for motels, okay, maybe you are driving very far, then a very long distance, and then you want to just make a stop to a very small setup of hotels, rather than you go to the big big hotel and with the additional cost. So you can also adopt to go to motels just to fulfill the needs for you to just stay one night there. And then we have saturation marketing. Okay, this is kind of having the same coming from the same firm. Okay, and here in this case, the example is Outbound Paint is one of the famous cafe. So they also selling the ice cream. So around the area, okay, in that particular location, they also have their ice cream vendors also moving around to sell the same product. So you can see that here the strategic marketing is being adopted, where they use the same cost, okay, for them to market similar product coming from the same firm. And then we have marketing intermediaries. So marketing intermediaries, basically, this is one way the company wants to extend, for example, like credit cards. They want to extend the users, number of users, so that they can go to this particular company. For example, like maybe Aeon, for example, Aeon. So Aeon can engage with one with the credit card company or banking institution. So they can offer like a credit card together attached to Aeon, so that they can claim some points from by shopping in Aeon at Aeon, and then from there they can claim certain certain points for rewards, for example. So actually, the banking institution, the bank itself wants to extend the users of credit card to increase the banking facilities with the new users. And then we have a substitution of communication for travel. So here, example given, telecommuting, e-commerce. So now with the internet, internet facility, so most of the services can be done through through other facility at other place. Okay, for example, like banking industry, okay, they promote a direct payroll system. Okay, no need for the HR officer to go to the bank and then do the transaction and so on. So you can do it directly from your current premise. And then separation of front from back office. So you can see that sometimes now I think again with the technology that we have, so you can have some, for example, like dry cleaning facility, laundry facility, okay, and then can be done directly by the customer. And also we can have also another one like ordering food. So you can have like McD online delivery, maybe Domino's Pizza. Okay, so you can just straight away order, and then you can get either you can go and collect, okay, in the respective outlet, or you can do it. You can get you can engage with service delivery to send to your home. So it is a separation between the front and also the back office. Okay, and then impact of the internet on service location. So we look at nowadays, most of the companies go on virtual location. So like for example, Amazon, eBay, FedEx, they have different location of service location that fulfill the needs of their customer. Okay, and last but not least, okay, looking at the site consideration. So here we are looking at the physical facility available, the selection of site. We are also looking at the community environment around that particular area. So that will give some impact to your business, and how easy your customer are able to access to your service or your organization. Okay, this is consideration in locating the front and back office. Okay, so the front office focusing on the looking at the external customer or consumer. Okay, we are looking at the physical side, means at the location. Okay, and then how far the customer needs to travel. Okay, to reach facility. And then back office, okay, focus more to how the service is performed, okay. And then in terms of communication, does that accomplish? And then looking at the internal customer, okay, which is employee, okay, the availability of labor. Is there any employee available in the front office? Okay, and then self-service kiosks. Is there any alternative provided to the customer? And then in the back office, okay, we are looking at the economy of scale of the managing the customer. Okay, and then can employee work from home? Another possibility that can be done. And then is offshoring is an option. Okay, offshoring means that you hire other company in different countries, okay, to help or to facilitate your internal process. And then site selection consideration, okay, we are looking at the access, okay, how convenient to the exit and entrance, okay, and then if let's say it's nearby the main road, okay, much more easier for the customer to access. And then is the company served by public transportation. So public transportation here we are looking at bus, maybe the MRT, LRT, and so on. Visibility, can you see that particular company from the street? Okay, maybe there's a signage in place or not. Okay, and then the traffic. Okay, we are looking at the traffic volume. Okay, maybe that will help in terms of the impulse of the impulse of the buying. So here we are also looking at maybe is there any traffic congestion? Okay, maybe when it comes to the entrance of the outlet itself. So is there any traffic that could give some trouble to the customer to access to the premise? And then parking, okay, is there any adequate parking available for customer? And then expansion, okay, is there any room for expansion if let's say you want to have some extension in terms of your business, okay? And then environment itself, okay, immediate surrounding, okay, that complement the service. Maybe nearby you have also ATM machine, maybe banks that could facilitate the process in process of engaging with service in that particular area. And then competition, okay, location of the competitors, whether it is nearby or not. And then the government, is there any zoning restriction, taxes imposed to that particular area? And then labor, okay, where you need to hire the right employee with appropriate skill. And then complements, okay, complementary services nearby. So maybe you may have like, for example, like you have the customer required to use some postal service, so you have that facility nearby the area. Geographic information system, where we also call as GIS. So basically GIS help the business to map the data, for example the location of target market, analyzing the demand and improve the delivery of service. So it is basically a view which is will be shared in the next slide. So it will help to transform the demographic data by plotting them in a map, so that much more easier for you to look at how does that reflect to your business and what are the things that you need to look into and put more attention. And then it can be also put in spreadsheet that also can be mapped. So this is the example of GIS data layer, okay, the C range. So this is one of the business service organization. So looking at the elevation, okay, hydrology, transportation, soil, geology, ownership, site data imagery. So this is a very comprehensive software, okay, that facilitate, okay, any decision making that needs to be done by the company. Okay, we have also facility location modeling consideration. So in this location decision, basically traditionally it is made sometimes based on intuition, okay, and sometimes you are using certain experience that you face previously. So that is some of the things that last time being done by most of the company. Okay, but now, okay, you can also conduct some quantitative analysis, okay, to avoid any mistake that will happen in terms of engaging or establishing the service organization in that particular area. So in figure 8.2, okay, this is the classification of service facility location issue. So as you can see that it is categorized into geographic representation, number of facility, optimization criteria. So under geographic representation, okay, you look at the network plane, okay, and then you can also look some of the metrics that can be done, okay, and then the number of facilities, okay, maybe one, maybe many. So if many, so you can look at the service capacity, the level of service, and the area that you are going to serve. And when it comes to optimization criteria, okay, either it is in public or the private sector. So you can optimize which sector that you want to penetrate more. Okay, the effect of optimization criteria, okay, on location. So basically, when you have the optimization, okay, it helps optimization criteria done by the organization. Okay, it helps to maximize utilization. Okay, looking at the maximizing number of visitors to the center or to the firm. Okay, so from there you know, okay, how many potential visitor that going to come to your firm. And then minimize distance per capita. All right, so here after you have done the optimization on location, okay, you able to minimize average distance per capita to the nearest center. Remember that we had in the previous class how does that will impact the from one location to another location, means that the customer location to your facility or to your center. So if it is nearby, okay, to the customer, okay, the customer definitely will choose your service organization or your company. And then minimizing distance per visit, okay, minimize the average per pre-visit travel distance to the nearest center. This is quite similar in terms of the distance. Okay, per capita just now referring to the population nearby. Okay, but here number 3, the distance per visit, looking at how the customer will travel to the distance the customer will travel to the nearest center. So you can estimate how far that the customer has to make travel or to travel to come to your center. Okay, next, regression analysis in location decision. Okay, we have also looking at the competitive factor that could help the service organization. Okay, focusing on the maybe the room rate, hotels within 1 mile, competitive room rate. So this is one of the factors that needs to be looked into by the service organization. And then demand generators, we have also college enrollment, hospital beds with 1 mile, annual tourists. So demand generators are basically coming from the customer side. So from there, you can look at maybe some of the area, able to sustain because there's a lot of university that in that particular area. Maybe there's also hospitals nearby. Okay, and also we have maybe tourists coming to that particular area annually. And then area demographic, okay, we are looking at the family income, okay, residential population, okay, and then the market awareness. Okay, market awareness, we are looking at the state population per in, distance to the nearest in, means that distance to your the service organization, and then the state of population, okay, how many in that particular area, in that particular state. And the physical attributes, looking at the sign visibility, distance to downtown, and accessibility. So sign visibility, okay, we are looking at if let's say you have your premise, maybe another 1 kilometer. So you have already put the sign saying that, okay, in 1 km, 1 kilometer, okay, you will reach our, maybe just a logo. Sometimes when you look at some petrol station, they put like 500 meter, 1 kilometer. So you know that, okay, the next nearby is the petrol station. Okay, this distance to downtown, okay, you know, how far does, you know, from maybe from Pekan to Kuantan, from Gambang to Kuantan. So you may want to see how far it will take for to bring customer to your area. And the accessibility, okay, how easy the customer could access to your firm or your facility. That also could influence the needs of your offering. Okay, so it is a very short chapter. Okay, basically, it is one of the it is a continuity, continuity from the previous chapter. Okay, so we will further discuss, okay, in our class uh, for any cases or case study that we are going to discuss. So with that, okay, thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum.